This is our greenhouse from a couple of years ago. As you can see, like the very first day that we got it, none of these fit together. So this didn't actually fit on it correctly. So we never had a zipper that actually zipped up closed. We had to take a piece of plywood and lean it against it to cover the door. So it never was actually airtight. It really didn't save many plants. It just kind of helped them survive a little while longer. And then a year after, it got to where this plastic started just falling out as like limbs would fall through, as you can see, like right here. Stuff would fall through and poke holes in it, and now there's microplastics all over my yard because of it. It was really just not a great thing. We only paid $50 on Amazon, and at the time we bought the cheapest one we could find. That was a mistake. So this time we have bought a better one, and we're gonna put it up. It's not plastic, it will be steel. Hopefully the zipper will work, and hopefully it's a brand name. You can see some of the plastic is still here, but it doesn't take much to destroy it, even a feather. All right, Bootsy, are you helping? You helping? He's building. I'm building things. Oh, he just tried to bite it. Are you building? You are biting, building, all of the above. I try to help. So we've got the new one. This one is a brand name. It's not some just random Chinese company. It's called Vevor. And one thing I learned last time is that here's the old parts, and
these parts right here. Are you taping?
yeah.
These parts, like I couldn't even get these off. Like,
Okay.
whoa, they're coming off now.
Just for the video. But those are also metal.
Oh, these parts. This is one of those broke when I was taking it apart, though. It was so stuck together.
So we're gonna see. We're gonna see though. We'll see. They roughly weren't the much more expensive, but
Fours. Which one's those? That's 5.
I hope it lasts more than like a week, like the last one did, before it started to get cold on it. Unfortunately, ours has a tree above it.
This material doesn't look much different than what the other
It does not, but we'll see.
It didn't hardly last one season.
It didn't. And another thing is that what happens is, if you can see down here on my pavement, it leaks microplastics, and then the microplastics get in your soil, in your plants, and tiny pieces of plastic get everywhere. Nobody wants that, but we'll see. We'll see how it does. All right, how's it going?
Fine.
How long has it taken you
I don't know.
so far?
15 minutes?
Do you think it's a fast process?
Sure. It's not hard. Kind of tedious, but
Do you feel that it's a better quality than the other one?
that's it. We've seen it. This is my first fucking up one.
So they say to make sure that you tap in the stop it, Bootsy.
Oh yeah, these are all the way in.
Make sure you tap them all the way in so that this thing fits.
Yeah.
Because the last one didn't fit, and it was maybe because we didn't tap it in all the way, but also maybe because it was cheap. So we got a mallet here to tap them in with.
I haven't needed it though.
Okay, but you need to make sure they're all the way in.
Because look, it'll. You hear it click? You push them together.
Okay. Here's our plants. They've been sitting outside out of a greenhouse for a couple days because
Just two.
we don't have a greenhouse right now.
Disassembled one right before it got dark. And then we went to the fair.
That's right. So, Bootsy said, "Are you building me a doghouse?" Guess y'all sitting here. All right. We've got a little house frame built. How many more pieces are there?
This is it.
Okay. So the last one didn't have these roof supports.
These things want to go all over the place.
And they came, this one came with zip ties to zip tie the roof supports into place.
If you can, like,
I'm not really sure how that's going to work.
do it right.
Bootsy thinks you're building him a house. Yeah, the zip ties aren't working very good. I think it might be better to tape or glue. I'll go get you a box cutter so you can cut them off. It did come with 40 little zip
I got
ties.
a knife in my pocket.
Oh, okay. How did you get the things up? Did you just figure it out?
I just figured it out, yeah.
Okay. But those are sticking up. It's gonna...
It'll be fine. They'll go down. And if they don't, I'll cut them off.
Well, the other one broke at this point because it wouldn't go on completely. But this one has a really nice zipper. And the material is actually a lot thicker than the other one. This is like a double material. You can see this is...
You can feel it, the weight of it. When you handle it, when I've unfolded it, you can feel that it's...
And the reviews say that it kind of stretches out a little bit to leave it on there overnight. So, yeah, completely done. We'll let you know how it holds up.
We'll come back in the spring and we'll see how our plants look and
I feel...
the condition of it.
I feel excited.
I'm happy with it. It wasn't difficult to put together. This one, putting these pieces on was hard. They weren't going in all the way. And then when we tried to fit the cover on it, it was a pain in the rear.
Now I need you to cut some of this tree out so that it doesn't send down these shoots and try to poke holes in that, because that's what happened to the last one. Just cut like this edge off. Unzip it so that we can go in.
Yeah, the other one had cheap zippers. This one actually has like a good zipper.
Yeah, thick zippers. And this one rolls up. Has little clips on it. And then on the inside are these janky little metal things. In the other one, we didn't use them. We just put some plywood up here, which is what we'll do probably this year too. But that's where all those zip ties go on. And look, you can, you can stand up in it. Plenty of room.
Are these things even gonna hold? Or?
No, that's why I said we don't use them. We just put plywood up here. And then we usually put some buckets down here to hold this. So we'll show you how to do that.
We gotta do all that now?
No, we're done. Okay, we've had it for about 2 weeks now, and it's worked really good. We've had freezing temperatures. I just unzipped it, and I'll show you why. As you can see, there is a ton of moisture. This doesn't have any ventilation. So, oh, there's a little spider. Look at all this condensation. So you do have to come out and open it up every day. And I'm not sure what other people use their little greenhouses for, but I use mine just to protect my plants until, I'm not really trying to have a garden in here. I'm just trying to protect my plants until summer rolls around again. We live in the South, and so if I can protect some of these plants, whoa, there's a dog, then I can put them in the ground earlier next year. And that's all I'm really trying to do. And maybe give these tomatoes a little more time to redden. And these peppers back here a little more time to grow. They're growing back there. So really all I'm trying to do is just save off the frost until I can plant more plants. I'm not trying to actually garden in here. So this really does great because there's some pests in here. We'll see how it does with pests because, you know, once they get on one, they get on all of them. But as you can see, I've had to take off some of the eggplants because eggplants don't do very good in the winter. But here's one growing right here. And you can see the tomatoes are growing. It's not so condensed that, oh, there's a tomato. So that's one of the biggest complaints that people seem to have online is ventilation. But I'm not worried about that. And so far, this has done so good. Look at these. So these eggplants are dripping wet, as you can tell. Whoops, there goes one. I told my husband to pick them, but he did not. So one just made its way down. All right, so we'll come check on it in another month or so and see how it did. Well, anything that, I mean, it definitely holds. See, we're raining. It definitely holds. This is on the inside. The problem is, will you put this up? The problem is that there's no ventilation in here. So while it did good, it kind of did too good.
Right, it caused the mold to grow.
And it caused mold to grow on my plants. And also, unless you're here to vent to open it up and vent it, then the liquid that's inside freezes, or it just makes your plants soggy. But it was definitely better than the other one. It's definitely worth it. It's going to be great for starting seeds this year. I don't know that overwintering my plants, though. I believe that's a decomposing eggplant. It requires active work, right? Like, see, here's a plant I tried to overwinter. A pepper. It requires active work. You have to come in here and open and close it. You can't just put your plants in here and just walk away. This plant did live. And so, but it would have lived outside because it's a cabbage or collards or something like that. However, it lived all year in here and no squirrels got it. So I'd say this is definitely a good investment. You just have to have real expectations about it, about what it does and what it doesn't do. So I just unzipped it. Look how much moisture is on the inside. There's a ton of moisture. When I pull it back, look at all this moisture. What's hot in here? There is a thermometer. So you can see it's over 100 degrees in here. It's hot. All of my plants, of course, have died because of the moisture that stays in here. I mean, it's good for some plants, but if any plants get water on them and then it freezes or it stays soggy, I'm not really sure what's happening, but it needs ventilation. But it definitely worked. It kept the ice out, the cold temperatures out, but it kept the water in. My fern made it. This stuff has been closed up for all winter, except maybe I've opened it up like 5 or 6 times. So let's go take a look at it. Remember, I told you I took everything out of it because everything died, and now we're just using it for seed starting. And I have a long way to go on cleaning my yard, y'all, so don't judge me. But, yep, just got some plants in here to protect them from the cold. I like to put some native plants in, too, so that the flowers, so the birds can pollinate. And let's take a look at the temperature. It's cold outside. It's warm in here. You can feel a definite temperature. It's like 60 degrees. It rained all last night. So plants are doing great in here. I would say this is a much better investment than the one I made the first time. I originally got it just for, I wanted to be able to overwinter my plants. I see that is not possible in the way that I thought it would be, which was I thought I was just going to stick my plants in here and just leave them. And that wasn't possible. You can't do that because the ventilation issue. You have to open it. But other than that, for seed starting, it's going to be great. It keeps the animals out. It's warm in here, so it's early. When it's cold outside, it's still warm. Yeah, this was a much better investment. I guess my only point of this video is to show you that really spending $10 matters, and doing your research and buying from a reputable company and not just, you know, a random company, the cheapest one on Amazon. Also, the experience of having one for a year that didn't last taught me the difference for getting a better one this year and what to look for. So good luck with you guys' greenhouses. Let me know down in the comments if you have a greenhouse and if you have any tips on what to do about ventilation, because that has been my problem. Thanks for watching.